everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading today. We are going to be looking at the next big positive life change happening for you. The next big happy moment, life-changing moments, the next big positive thing, all that sort of that's the vibe today. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate your support. It really does help the channel grow. So thank you so much for that. I do really appreciate it, guys. But today I have the Mystical Moon Oracle today, which is a timing deck. So we will be looking at the when is this change happening, and then the what is this big positive thing happening for us with the Kawaii lenormand. Okay, so as always, taking timestamps. As always, I do have hay fever issues, so I apologize in advance for any sniffling, coughing. I'm sorry, guys. There's not much I can really do about it other than just continue to take the medication and hope for the best. Okay, the weather has been all over the place here in Australia, so we just sort of roll with it at this point. We have good days and we have bad days, but we sort of roll with it and see how we go. Okay, starting off today, I'm actually going to start off with Libra today. I do like to mix it up here and there, but we'll start with Libra. Okay, Libra's next big positive life change. When should Libra expect the next big positive life change? One more for Libra. When should Libra expect the next big positive life change? Next big happiest thing happening for our Libra. When are we expecting that for Libra? Okay, so the reason I did draw you to here, Libra, is the first one we have is amazing chemistry, terrible timing. Okay, so there may be something that has already occurred that you do feel an amazing chemistry with. We will delve into what exactly this is in regard to, but the timing just maybe wasn't right now. Okay, but we do see that that's clearing up. We have November coming through here as well. So we do have a 5 and a 25 coming through for those dates as well, but we are looking probably November. But for some of you, you may have an idea of what exactly is going to be this change come November, because you may have already found yourself very, very drawn. That chemistry has already occurred or is occurring in the near future, and it's just not the right time for that to fully manifest for you. So what is this big positive change for our Libra? What is the next happy change for Libra? What is the next happy life change for our Libra? Clarify that third card. Clarify that third card for Libra. So we firstly have the feminine coming through here for you, Libra. We also have the fish coming through there as well. So we are looking at, I feel like for a lot of you, this is you, okay, that you're nurturing your financial situation. There's something coming up that is going to, really create a lot more abundance, wealth for you, but it's all about the nurturing. So I keep getting things like nest egg and nurturing, investing and those sorts of things. So there may be something that you are very drawn to invest in, but you're just sort of right now is not the right time, but come November you may actually see that clear up a little bit for you, that opportunity really sort of starting to present itself for you. What I do feel here is, we do have the snake, okay, and that has been clarified by the house. So this is actually very interesting because the snake can actually talk about quite a lot of things. There is, I feel for some of you, there is this energy of, because of the terrible timing, there's this energy of deception that comes through between now and when this becomes possible. Okay, so it's kind of like a self-deception, kind of like, be having to really embrace that snake energy a little bit, and slither your way around things, and really find find the little cracks in the rock and sneak your way through. So having to approach things just a little bit differently between now and November when it comes to this. But with that being clarified by the house, it does sort of show us that your desires, your passions, they're stable, they're steady, they're in the right area. For a lot of you, this may actually be, investments in property, that kind of thing, or because I'm getting remortgaging the house, doing house renovations, buying investment properties, setting up a nest egg with, property, with family. For some of you, that house can actually represent family. But with the snake, I do feel as though it's currently, with that amazing chemistry, terrible timing. The chemistry talks about the passion, the desire, the positive energy of the snake, whereas the terrible timing talks about possible self-deception and needing to sort of slither your way around until you can turn that back into the passion, the chemistry there. So I do feel as though for a few of you, you may be sort of losing hope a little bit that you're going to be able to sort of turn this all around when it comes to your finances, your abundance, things that you might be wanting to invest in, things that you may be passionate about, putting money towards. For some of you, it could be starting new businesses, things like that, or putting your, if you do already have a business, putting a physical facade on the business, those sorts of things, like putting an actual physical place to that, like a home. I'm hearing homestead for someone there as well, but it does seem to be some sort of financial decision, but it does need to be put off until November. It's kind of like, everything needs to, fall into place. The timing is just not quite right yet for that to happen, Libra. But come November, which really isn't all that far away. Okay, that's only a couple of months. So, it's really not that far away, Libra, but so it's not really that far to have to wait for that. Okay, I'm kind of already imagining we're going to be seeing some longer waiting periods for other people while we're doing this reading. Okay, but we will, you're more than welcome to check out your other placements, especially for this particular reading, I would suggest your Saturn placement may be a really useful one, as well as your rising, and if you are, partnered, you may want to check out their where they're going with things as well, making sure we're all in alignment, that sort of thing. But subscribe to the channel as well. I do appreciate that. And we will move on over to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, the next big happy thing for you. The next positive life change for Scorpio. When is Scorpio expecting the next big next big positive life change for Scorpio? When do we expect to see that? That's a bit ambiguous. Just one more for Scorpio. When should Scorpio expect to see this next big positive change? It's interesting. I am definitely seeing some interesting, ambiguous kind of timing energy here. We are seeing there is no more time. I kind of feel as though what that is telling us is that there's something that there is no more time to put into that thing. There is no more time to give to, XYZ. We're needing to now actually give time and energy towards ABC over here. I do kind of get this energy that we're actually looking at two different things. There was something that you were hoping was going to be your next big positive life change, your next big happy moment, but there's no more time for that to be the next big thing. That has sort of come to some sort of end, or or needs to, be cleared from your energy in some kind of way. But we do see here, it doesn't want to give us a specific timing for you, Scorpio. We do see it's worth the time. So having to put effort and time, patience, effort into something, give it time. It's in the works. Okay, so it's kind of like the universe is still kind of trying to even come up with a time frame for you here, Scorpio. So what is this for Scorpio? What exactly is this next big positive life change for Scorpio? We've seen the when. What about the what? What is this next big happy for Scorpio, please? Seeing the same. One more. Scorpio. Okay, just clarify that past energy for Scorpio. Just clarify that past energy for Scorpio, that there is no more time for that. And this future energy for Scorpio, please clarify what is that next big positive life change. I feel like it's very interlinked here somehow. It does feel to be very interlinked here, Scorpio, because that past energy is coming through here with the mice. So, there's been something that you're putting a lot of energy towards that stresses you out. But with the mice coming through, it shows us a loss. Okay, it's time to accept that energy, there's no more time to give to that energy, that you need to put that in the past. Okay, the mice does talk about the past and losses that you've suffered in the past. There's no more time, no more energy that can be given to that thing. Okay, we do have the garden with that to clarify that. So it may be something social related, something to do with meeting somebody or meeting somebody halfway, I feel, for a lot of you. So I do feel as though it's got to do with an actual person for quite a lot of you here, Scorpio. It could do with a specific business meeting or like a business, compromising when it comes to some sort of business partnership as well. It could have to do with something that's been very public. Okay, the garden does talk about social, public. So it feels as though there was, maybe more people involved in this as well. It may have been like a group of people, but it's time to put that to rest. There's no more time, no more energy to be put into that, because, and it does seem as though putting that in the past and recognizing that is gone, and that's no longer something you need to be putting all your energy and time into, that allows you to move forward in a much more positive energy to something that is actually worth your time here. Okay, we do see the book coming through for that, as well as the clover. Okay, so this, for a lot of you, I do feel with the book does talk about, it can be talk about quite a lot of things. So for some of you, this is something that has not been yet revealed. It's kind of like a secret, like it's in the works. It's in the works. You don't necessarily, it hasn't actually, become readable as of yet. This book energy, it's like the unknown factor. There might be something popping up that you just don't expect, but it's asking you to invest in this new chapter for yourself. Invest in taking chances. For some of you, this may have to do with, sometimes I do get the like accounting type stuff with the book energy. So it's kind of like good fortune, with the clover there as well. There's definitely some sort of accounting good fortune for you, taking a risk with investments, those sorts of things, taking a risk to account for things to change is what I'm hearing. But the book also can talk heavily about education, learning. Okay, so it might be time to, you know, that some sort of opportunity is coming through for you to educate yourself further, learn a new skill, learn something new, learn how to take risks safely, learn how to invest, those sorts of things. That was clarified by the stork. Okay, so the stork just really stirs things up. It's preparation. It's coming up with new ideas. So this is where it's in the works. You know, it may not be 100% revealed yet, because you haven't come up with that idea yet. You're only just starting to sort of come up with these ideas, think of new ideas. You know, so it's telling you that there is going to be a big bang idea that's like, yes, that's it. That's the next big positive thing for me. That's the next big positive change for me. It's just, it hasn't really come out into reality yet. The energy is there and it's, you know, working up to coming into reality, but it's just not quite visible yet as to what specifically this is. For some of you, this is the pregnancy card as well, okay? So for some of you, this could also talk about educating yourself further. For those of you who, you know, are wanting pregnancy in your, you know, near future here, this is actually a specific kind of message for some of you for coming up for new ideas on how to do that, taking risks that you maybe weren't planning on taking. So, you know, looking into other options, looking into, you know, how can I stir up this positive energy? You know, it can talk about going and doing the tests, going and looking into further options like, you know, IVF and adoption and all those sorts of things. If pregnancy is something that you're wanting to be your next big positive change. Okay, so that's just for a very specific group of you, but I just thought I'd better mention that for you as well, because it's educating yourself and learning more about the options that are available to you. There's definitely options available to you with that stork energy. It's grouping of ideas all getting sort of stirred up in the energy, you know, about to take flight. It hasn't actually come in yet, unfortunately, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements and see if you can get any extra details. I am suggesting with this particular reading, you may want to check your Saturn placement. You know, that seems to be the one that's popping out for, you know, it keeps telling me Saturn, check Saturn placements. So that might be of importance for you. Okay, Scorpio. But please subscribe to the channel and I will move on over to our Sagittarians. Okay, Sagittarius. Next big positive, happy life change for Sagittarius. When should Sagittarius expect their next big positive changes to come through? Next big happy for Sagittarius. When is that happening? Oh, Sagittarius. Next couple of days. Wow. There we go. These cards have got such a broad span of time frames covered in them that I was not going to lie. I've been expecting some much longer time frames to be coming through for people, but the next couple of days, that was actually unexpected. Sagittarius. So I'm because that was so unexpected to me, I kind of feel like this next big positive thing may be very unexpected for you as well, Sagittarius. What is this next big unexpected? I'm going to say unexpected. What's this next big positive life change for Sagittarius? Next big happy for Sagittarius. What is it? Clarify that third card. Clarify that third card for Sagittarius. Is that why is this the next happy life change for Sagittarius, please? Is that Sagittarius or is that this person here? Just put one, just put a joiner energy on those two, please. To be honest, Sagittarius, I feel like this may actually have more to do with somebody else around you. But it's going to be affecting you in some kind of way. It's good news on the way. Okay, we have the, when I've asked for why this is going to be the next big happy change for you, it's because it's good news on the way that we're overcoming obstacles. We have the mountain there. For some of you, that could actually be good news from a Capricorn. We do have that as the Capricorn card. I'm also seeing Cancer here as well. It does feel like, there's good news on the way that this is overcoming obstacles. I do feel as though this is somebody around you that you care about. Maybe that you've been concerned about this person and they are overcoming some obstacles or delays. Because I kind of get with that it's talking specifically about there's no more delay. Like, the mountains sometimes can actually, cause delays, whereas the rider is a very fast energy, and it kind of like, you can kind of imagine the horse jumping over the mountain. So it's kind of like this horse is like, no more delays, no more obstacles. I'm just going to jump over that, jump over those obstacles and, come on in back to Sagittarius in the next couple of days. It does feel like there is some news attached to this with that rider there. The main bulk of the message, we do see the moon. Okay, so for a lot of you, your intuition may have been telling you that this is about to happen, or you've kind of just been like waiting for this news to come through one way or another. We do have the dog here. So for a lot of you, this has got to do with a friend, okay? Somebody that you're very loyal to, and I am picking up that for somebody here too, this is an actual dog. This may be your actual pet dog for some of you. So you may have had some like emotional concerns about this dog or friend. Because I am getting a message about an actual pet here. That it's like kind of like you might have been. I just get that the emotions are coming from you, that you've been worried about this animal. Okay, so I'll talk about the actual dog first. There may have been you may have been noticing that there's something not quite right with the dog. So in the next couple of days, you're taking it to like the vet or something like that, or you've just been a little bit concerned about this pet. For those of you where this is a dog, the next card we have is the whip, okay, which I clarified that by the child. So for those of you where this is an actual pet that you're worried about, the good news is that it's just worms, or the dog has swallowed something it's not supposed to have swallowed. Okay, like an actual rope or like part of a child's toy or something like that. Or it could just be like the dog's just having, it's got worms or it's got intestinal issues. Okay, so it's going to be like easily fixed. Whatever's wrong with the dog, there's not as much need to worry as you fear. Okay, and this will all come to light in the next few days. You'll get that good news. It's just a blockage in the intestines and it'll pass in another day. Something like that. Good news that, it's just a delay in the dog getting the medication or a delay in being able to get to the vet, or a delay, it's nothing really severe with this pet. Okay, but for those of you where this is you worried about a friend, an actual person. Okay, because I do understand, like that's coming through as quite important. A lot of you, whoever this is that's worried about their pet dog, I completely get it. We care about our pets a lot. It may even look like this cute little pupper, as if that's not the cutest little puppy. Anyway, side note. Um, but yeah, someone who you may have been worried about a friend because they've had some blockages, some dramas, some delays. You might not have heard from them for a while. You've been concerned about the way that they treat themselves because with the whip clarified by the child, they maybe have, you might have even just had like an immature little argument about something. And you've just sort of been worried because you haven't heard from them for a while, or you're just worried, why did they act so immaturely about that, or why are they beating themselves up about something, and it's just kind of feeling like it's not feeling like the problem itself is huge. It's feeling like a small problem, but you've just been a little bit worried about it. But the next big happy thing that's happening is this being resolved, okay? And this person sort of showing back up to, be emotionally vulnerable with you, be intimate and honest with you about that, so that we can secure, it's a long-term friendship. It's something that they're like, we're not going to let this stand in the way of the long-term loyalty and companionship and understanding between us. It's just a little tiff is kind of what I'm getting. But you may have just been a little bit worried about that, Sagittarius. But it's providing the next big positive change for you. So, sometimes the biggest things are the little things. It means a lot to us sometimes when we have a pet or a friend that we're concerned about, and to see that being mended is the next big happy for you. So there you go. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, though, Sagittarius. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll move on over to our Capricorns. Okay, Capricorn, the next big happy for you. Next positive life change for our Capricorn. When should Capricorn expect this next big happy? Capricorn, next big positive change for Capricorn. When, please? Do you want to give me a more specific timing with what? I feel like it's kind of telling me no. I'm just going to grab one more for you, Capricorn. When is the next big happy life change for Capricorn? Yeah. Okay, so Capricorn. The first card I got for you, it's in the past. Okay. But tomorrow looks promising. Okay. The third card I got for you, it's the right time to take action. So we're looking at something very current going on in your life. Okay, so we're seeing, past, present, future, all wanting to show themselves here. It's in the past, but tomorrow looks promising. Is this next big happy change got to do with something from the past? It's the right time. Tomorrow looks promising. So it's kind of a current thing going on for you, Capricorn. But with that energy, it feels like it's an ongoing positive change for you here. What exactly is this next big positive life change for Capricorn? What is this next big happy for Capricorn, please? What is this in regards to, though? What is this in regards to, though, for Capricorn? Okay, Capricorn, you have a very ambiguous reading here. So it's in the past because it's been heavy on your thoughts. You've been overthinking the crap out of this. So you already know what it is because you've been thinking about it a lot. It's actually clouded your judgment really heavily. You may have, you may have even gotten to the point you're anxious and depressed and overthinking this to the point where it's, I can't stop thinking about this. It's sort of clouding every thought that you have. But tomorrow does look promising. We have the sun coming out for you tomorrow. Okay. So I'm seeing Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn all coming out for you here, Capricorn. So the Leo card is this sun card. It's the sun coming up. Tomorrow looks promising. Tomorrow looks like those clouds are going to clear and the sun's going to come out and, everything's coming to light, being revealed. Personal revelations for a lot of you here. Happiness. The sun is happiness. Okay, so it's overriding that cloud energy. Whatever's you've been overthinking about, put it in the past. Stop overthinking about it because what's happened has happened. You can't allow that to change the future, Capricorn. Tomorrow looks promising and the sun is coming out. Things are coming to the surface, coming out into the light here, and happiness is coming up. Happiness is coming to the surface for you here, Capricorn. We do have the tree as well. So, that for a lot of us does look like self-care, self-growth, learning more about yourself, growing big and tall and strong like this awesome tree, breaking, not, sorry, I should said it around the wrong way, bending, not breaking in the storm. It's branching out, growth, healing, self-care, looking after yourself, finding happiness in how much you've grown, Capricorn, how much someone else has grown, things around you have grown, your life has grown. It's the right time to look after yourself now and put yourself first. What exactly is this about? It is about this that you've been through. We have the snake and the mountain. So Scorpio and Capricorn. So a bit of a rough energy. You've been through some ish. No wonder you've been, no wonder you've been anxious about it and overthinking these things. The snake can be, with the mountain though, it's kind of like you've been deceiving yourself about some obstacles. You're perceiving blockages or obstacles, or, you're kind of like, oh, I've still got so far to climb. But it's coming to light that, you've grown. You've climbed higher than you realize, Capricorn. You've actually, overcome this. This is what you've gotten through. This is what you've already overcome. This is the area of life that this is concerning, is anywhere where you've, put up some sort of disillusionment, deceit on yourself. Anywhere you felt betrayed or deceived by other people, felt deceived or betrayed by, things that you've perceived as obstacles, blockages in your path, it's all coming out. Tomorrow looks promising. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Put all this in the past because you've actually climbed that mountain, Capricorn. That's your card as well. If anyone has the determination to climb over a crazy mountain, it is the goats, right? And you have gotten to the top of that and you can now see your way clear. And this snake is no longer, able to bite you anymore. Okay. It's actually now, it's the snake of passion and desire, and you've what's the word, striven? Is that even a word? You strove, worked so hard to climb up this mountain that you've turned this snake energy into, I've got this burning hot passion to, get rid of this ish out of my life, and you've done it. You've done it, Capricorn. Any blockages you've had, for some of you, this may be blockages specifically related to physical intimacy, sex. You've now overcome that. It's time to, look around where you're at. You're at the top of the mountain now. You're not at the bottom anymore. You're not at the bottom of that mountain anymore. You're at the top of the mountain, and look around. It's not clouds. It's not, whatever you've been overthinking about. That's not what is in your line of sight here. It's this beautiful view with the sunrise coming up. Tomorrow looks promising. Sun is rising for you, Capricorn. You've grown more than you realize. It's time to, take action towards the future. Pardon me. So it does look as though, your next big happy change is that you've gotten there. You've put in the work, and, you've overcome some stuff. And the next big change for you is the fact that you're going to be able to start looking at the future rather than being stuck in the past, in your own head, in your own energy. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Capricorn. I know that's a little bit ambiguous, not really what I was expecting with this reading, but you're more than welcome to check out your other placements. See what layer of information they might add for you, because that does just seem to be all about within your own self rather than actual things happening in your life. So you might want to check out your rising sign, being that we're seeing that sun coming through, and I'm talking about the sunrise and that sort of energy. You may want to check out your rising sign, Capricorn, and see what that brings to the table for you. Subscribe to the channel as well, and I will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Next big happy for Aquarius. Next big positive life change for Aquarius, please. When should Aquarius expect their next big positive life change? One more for Aquarius. When should Aquarius expect their next big positive? Have faith. Divine timing is at play. So it's asking you to, keep going. Keep going, Aquarius. It may take a little bit longer than you may want for things to really swing around and have this huge big, because your change actually does feel like it's going to be quite big. Okay, I have seen, a lot of different timings and things. A lot of the things have been smaller positive changes. Yours feels big. Okay, and look, that's card number 9. Have faith, divine timing. There's other things needing to fall into place as well here. But then we do see 9 months from now. Okay, so it might take a little bit longer than you may want. All right. But we are seeing the double 9 coming through. So I do feel as though that 9 months may actually be very accurate for you here, Aquarius. What exactly is this next big happy change for Aquarius? Next big positive life change for Aquarius. What is it? Aquarius. Those 2 cards are coming out for everyone. Clarify that 3rd card, please. Clarify that 3rd card. How or why is this the next big positive change for Aquarius, please? What I'm kind of seeing is, it's rather than showing me outright what exactly this next big change is, it's kind of showing me how to get there. And you know, what's going to happen between now and this next big positive change. The first card I'm seeing is the Mountain. Okay, so that's the Capricorn card. It's just talking about hard work. That it's going to take hard work. It's going to take perseverance, having faith that this is all working out the way you need it to. It's going to take some. It's determination, perseverance. You know, there's a delay. There's a delay to this working out the way you want, but the delay is necessary because of the divine timing, other things needing to fall into place. But rest assured, you're not stuck. You're not being held back. It's trying to make this a more reliable change for you. It's securing this change for you in um in a a bigger way, is what I'm getting here. Is that it's kind of like how much you're willing to work for it. um if if you're only willing to work for a month, then you're only going to get this much. But if you're willing to put in the work and wait, well, not even wait, but like keep putting in that work over the whole 9 months, you know, you're not just going to get this back, you're going to get this back, you know. So it's creating extra security, extra layers of security and reliability and dependability on this being a big happy thing. Okay. We do see the snake, okay, clarified by the ring. Okay, so this may actually have to do specifically with a relationship with a Scorpio for some of you here. For others of you, this is your relationship with the way you see things and the way that you maybe it's the way you have a relationship with your own passions and desires. The way you it's like strength, the cycles of you know, am I deceiving myself? Am I passionate about this? Am I deceiving myself about how passionate I am about this? So there is something to do with like a natural cycle here as well, needing to kind of play its way out as well. But I'm picking up here with the snake energy that it is important for you to, you know, strengthen your relationship with yourself and your passions and your passion, your determination and passion to see things through. It feels like that's what this is all about. It's like the more passionate you are about this, the more work you're willing to put into this, the stronger this is going to be for you. It's kind of a little bit of a test here on how strong is your relationship with that thing. Do you really want it? Are you willing to work for it? Very interesting. It's something different for all of you, but because we do see when I asked trying to be more specific, it's given me the birds and then the ship. Okay, so for some of you, this is definitely deep conversations with yourself and getting to know yourself a little bit deeper when it comes to those passions and desires and the things that you working new ways around things and really chitter-chattering with yourself, I feel here. And then with the ship, it's kind of talking about, I'm picking up, it's like waiting for all your ships to come in and really talking to yourself about, am I willing to wait for these ships to come in? If it's going to take 9 months, am I willing to, keep working for that whole 9 months to get that ship loaded up with, whatever it is, the treasure that I seek? Because that's really what this is. It's part of the journey. It's like this next 9 months is like you're literally like you're setting this ship sail now, and it's got to journey across the ocean, fill up with all those goods. I keep getting referred here to the spice market, like back in the day they would thousands, hundreds, of years ago, they would, send that ship out, load it up with spices, and then, send it back over. And by the time it got to where it was going, those spices were so valuable because that area had none. And so that was like bigger than the gold market for a lot of countries back in the day. So I just keep getting referred to that for some reason. But it's kind of like, are you willing to put in the work to, set that ship out to sail, go collect up all your treasure and wait for that to finally get back to you. Okay. Needing to have a bit of a chat with yourself about, how much do I want it? How much do I really want this? Because it's a little bit different for all of you, but I do feel, with those cards there, I do feel for a lot of you that may be like business career related for a couple of you there, okay? But you're more than welcome to check out your other placements, okay, Aquarius? But that's what I have for you. Maybe check if you feel like that may be career related for you. Check out your Saturn placement. I keep getting drawn to tell everyone to check their Saturn placement with this reading. So maybe check your Saturn placement. See if you can get a bit of extra layer of information. Subscribe to the channel. I'm just going to take a quick break and then we'll move on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, the next big happy for you. Next big positive life change for Pisces. When should Pisces expect the next big happy changes? Okay, Pisces, 12 months from now, I'm kind of picking up here, 12 months from now, I kind of feel as though that's when you're going to really kind of sit and look around and go, wow, things have changed. Because I'm kind of getting this energy of like a lot of things sort of changing, and they're just like small little changes and you don't even notice until, all of a sudden 12 months from now, you're like, hang on, where was I a year ago? And you look back and you go, wow, things have actually changed a lot in that time. What exactly are these next big happy life change for Pisces? Next big life changes, positive life changes for Pisces. What are they? Clarify that third card. Clarify that third card for Pisces. Next big positive life changes, please. Some stuff already in the works, I feel, Pisces, or well, maybe not already in the works, but already in your thoughts at least. Firstly, we have the ship, okay? So this is definitely going to be a bit of a journey. This next 12 months is going to be a bit of a journey for you, okay? There may be some traveling changes coming through for you in the next 12 months as well. So 12 months from now, you may actually be in a different location to where you currently are. You may be, ending some sort of journey and starting a new journey. The next card we have is the Coffin. Okay, so we do see an ending and a new beginning with that Coffin energy. That's death and rebirth, transformation. Okay, so you might be, there's a part of your journey coming to an end, but then there's a new journey beginning. It's kind of a lot of change. I feel like this is a lot of stuff. Like you're going to look around and your whole life is going to look different 12 months from now. I am clearly hearing that some of you are going to be in a different place. Like whether that's just you look around and you go, wow, I'm in a totally different place physically, or whether I'm in a totally different place emotionally, mentally. It's going to be different for each of you, obviously, but some of you I definitely feel as though you may actually be making a big move and traveling a big distance. sometime in the next 12 months. You're like ending where you're living. I do feel for some of you this is living. But for others of you, this is just like a spiritual journey, an emotional journey, covering some sort of distance, closing off one journey and moving into a new journey. Very interesting. Like it's coming through very ambiguous. I've had a few of them coming through very it's kind of like the universe saying to me, I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away too much here. The next card we have for you, Pisces, we have the clouds. Okay, so that's your thoughts. So for a lot of you, this is a mental journey. This is like ending the way that you think about things and starting new ways of thinking. And that's part of this big journey for you is looking at things in a brand new kind of way, the way that you're thinking about things, the way that you maybe, overthink things. But for others of you, this is like something that you're already thinking about. You may have some stuff going on up in that little noggin of yours where you are thinking about a lot of different options and where am I going here and what do I want to do here, because that was clarified by the birds and the clover. Okay, so with the birds, I'm kind of getting, like a lot of chitter chatter thoughts, a lot of different ideas and thoughts racing through you here, where you're kind of like needing to really chat to yourself about, which ones of these are feasible ideas and it's like a lot of hyped up, excited kind of energy coming through there. You may need to talk through your thoughts with somebody around you, but it's like taking a chance, investing in your ideas, investing in your thoughts, taking a gamble, taking a risk on, hang on, that's a really good idea. I'm going to follow through on that. That's a really good thought. I'm going to use that and propel myself forwards with that thought. Like it is coming through as though your ideas are good. Take a chance on them. Especially if it's something that's like flitting through your mind frequently. I do feel as though those are going to lead you in the positive places that you want to go here, Pisces. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. You maybe get an extra layer of insight of what exactly is going on. But, I kind of want to say, knowing your luck, your other main placements may actually be one of the other ambiguous readings that I've done. More than welcome to check it out. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I do really appreciate that. And we will move on over to our Aries. Okay. Aries, next happy changes for you. What are the next positive life changes for our Aries? When should Aries expect the next big happy? When should Aries expect their positive life changes? Okay. Time will bring a surprise. We do see next spring coming through. And then at the bottom of the deck, let it be a mystery. So it's kind of telling me that somewhere between now and next spring, some stuff is going to go down. I do normally read the seasons as my own, and we have only just started spring here in Australia. But I'm kind of picking up there. Which I even though it's telling me let it be a mystery, I'm nosy as hell. Please clarify next spring for Aries, please. Yeah, so next couple of months. So I think it's kind of telling me it's this spring. But so like because it's kind of telling I'm picking up here. Yeah, and then now on the bottom of the deck we have next fall, which is spring in, the opposite side of the world. Because that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting is that it's not my next spring. It's your next spring for some of you here. Like if you're not watching from Australia, it's quite possible that you're heading into fall or autumn. Um, whereas we're in spring here in Australia. So I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is something happening in the next few months, but then it's like leading to something. And the something is surprises and mystery. So it's like it's being a little bit. So many of the readings today have been a little bit ambiguous. What exactly is this next happy life change for Aries? Positive life changes for Aries. Next big happy for Aries. What is it? That's why. Okay, so that's the how, but the what. I want to know what are these next big happy changes for Aries, or what do they bring through for Aries? Okay, Aries. So we do see that faster energy here with the rider. Good news is on the way. Or it's not so much good news on the way. It's more about you yourself, Aries, needing to sort of get back up on that horse and head off into the sunset. The way that you're doing that is you're making some sort of decision, a fork in the path. We have the crossroads coming through here. You're making some sort of choice, decision, choosing your path. There's a path that's opening up to you that if you choose this path, you will be surprised what that is going to bring for you in the future. That there's an element of surprise and mystery that will bring for you. Okay, and this making this choice does involve communication. Okay, I do feel for a lot of you this is, getting back up on the horse and choosing to communicate, choosing to, I'm hearing let them know. Because this is you bringing good news to somebody. Good news, I've chose the path I'm walking here. Good news, I've made a decision. Good news, I want to walk this road. I want to, I'm ready to start walking this path. And for some of you, it definitely does involve somebody else, I do feel. As we move through there, what this sort of brings for you, Aries, and I feel like this slightly continual. We have the bear coming through here. Aries, Leo, Capricorn. I'm also seeing, is that Sagittarius and Libra. I'm also seeing here. But it could be anything. But the bear energy here, it's like it's kind of what you're communicating, all right? You're communicating that you want to nurture this path. You've chosen this road that you're going to walk. I want to nurture this. I want to protect this. I'm going to defend this road. If anything tries to come and push me off this path, I will, rear up and be my strong, powerful self And, I'm not going to allow anything to, steer me off this path. Once I've chosen this path, that's my choice. I'm not going to allow anything to, cross my boundaries and push me off my path. I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm Aries. I'm, I'm making this decision and I'm not going to back off. It's very strong energy, very nurturing, protective energy. It's like being very protective of what is yours. And for a lot of you, we've got the heart coming through next. So for a lot of you, this has got to do with love. And it's like, I am being protective of the things, the people that I love. I will defend them with all my heart. Picking up a little bit of like protective jealousy as well. Like, that's mine. You can't have it. Once I've chosen, I'm walking on this path. That's mine. You can't have it. This is my heart. With the communication card there as well, I do feel like for a lot of you, part of this situation, you may be needing to communicate your protectiveness over your emotions, communicate your boundaries, communicate your heart space, communicate your feelings, and taking a strong assertive role over romance in your life. This is like, I want that. I want love. I want, this specific person in love. I'm going to protect that and work for that however I need to. I'm going to take control and, show this person some love, romance, whatever that is. Unconditional. It's unconditional love here, Aries. And we do see you taking risks as well. We have the clover there. The fortune favors the bold. Fortune is on your side in the next few months, Aries, when it comes to your heart, following your heart and protecting your heart and what your heart truly desires. Fortune is on your side, and I do feel though that there may be some risks involved with that. You may need to take a bit of a risk, put your heart out there a little bit. Wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit here. To take those risks, to be bold, to take control of this path that you've chosen, this love that you've chosen here. Those risks are going to pay off and bring surprises, and it's going to be, like with this surprise and mystery energy, I'm kind of getting that it's like, it's going to be better than you think it is. It's going to work out much better than you think it will. The mystery is that it might have been a bit of a scary choice to make. And to wear your heart on your sleeve, it's brave. It can be scary. But I think you will be very, very surprised about what this brings for you, Aries. Okay, you are more than welcome to check out your other placements and see if that adds a layer of extra information for you as well. Wow. Okay, but subscribe to the channel and I'll stop throwing cards around and move on to our Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Next happy for Taurus. Next big positive life change happening for Taurus. When should Taurus expect the next big positive life changes? I feel like there's a standalone for you, Taurus, by the end of the year. By the end of the year, those changes will have fallen into your lap, I want to say there. A lot of positive changes between now and the end of the year. By the end of the year, you would have seen a big, happy change in your life. Taurus. Let's see if that comes back out. Taurus, what is this next big positive life change for Taurus? What is it for Taurus? Next big happy for Taurus, please. One more. Next big happy positive life change for Taurus. Okay, this is I'm getting a few messages already. Okay, so we have the letter coming through, as well as the tower. Okay, so this is communication about the foundation of something. I do feel for a lot of you, it's one kind of specific direction. There's definitely some sort of communication or paperwork coming through here, and it's involving the foundation of something. I am still getting two things here, because the next cards I have the tree followed by the child. Okay, so for some of you, this is to do with like healing your inner child. Okay, because the foundation could be the foundation within you, yourself. Your inner child, your childhood foundation. The way that your childhood has been experienced and has enabled you to learn and grow as a person. And there's some big positive changes coming through in that, and it's like healing your inner child, healing any issues you've had from childhood. Okay, but the main message I'm actually getting here, because I am picking up some specific stuff, because I am getting paperwork to do with the foundation of family is coming through, or ancestry, specifically relating to a child. Like the because I should just maybe tell you a couple of the specific things that I am picking up here, so that you will maybe understand what I'm talking about in your specific situation. Because I am picking up that for someone, that letter is some sort of paperwork involving a government institution and a child. Okay, so it's kind of like, this is a hard one to talk about, guys, because it's a sensitive issue. So if you have a child that has, you have fostered a child, for example, or adopted it, maybe it's the adoption paperwork coming through. It could be, getting a child back from government care, that kind of thing. I am also getting it, something to do with the foundation is growing. The healing, the foundation is growing with this child. For a lot of you, this has got to do with an actual child. And the child, like, returning to the nest, coming, rejoining the tree here a little bit. So it's like you might be needing to help, or you're noticing how much this child has grown. Or there's something coming through about this child, that they've grown a lot. They've healed a lot. They've become part of the home tree a lot more, the family tree. The foundation of the family tree is healing, changing. There's a new beginning there. I am also getting, like custody of a child. So like that example I said of, you know, somebody regaining custody from a child that has been in government care, or gaining custody of a child, you know, like a foster child or something like that. It's something to do with the foundation, this child's foundation. So if you don't have an actual child in your life, maybe listen to that first message and take that, where it was talking about your inner child, okay? For there is someone else too, where it's like your inner child is, it's got the tower has got to do with like a religious institution, or you've been institutionalized in your childhood. You maybe grew up in a cult or something like that, and you're finally getting some sort of, you know, communication that you're free, you've grown, you've healed from that. Wow, this is like a deep kind of message here. But by the end of the year, you will understand this. And ultimately, the child does bring happiness and new beginnings. Okay, so whatever this growth is allowing, it's allowing new beginnings. Okay, in one way or another, you're going to receive communication that, you know, whether that's you that's healed, or whether you're healing this child in some way. You know, either way, you're healing a child, right? Either your inner child, or you know, somebody else's child. I want to say your own child. There's healing there, which and growth and connectedness with that child. I feel like you will get communication relatively soon. It may just take, you know, by the end of the year. This is going to happen in different timelines for everybody. Pardon me, Taurus, but of course you're more than welcome to check out your other placements. You know, if you feel as though that may be an actual child, you might want to check out their sun sign. Okay, and see what comes through in that to maybe add an extra, you know, layer of information for you, and see if that's in alignment with what we've just seen for you, Taurus. Okay, but please subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Geminis. Gemini. Next, happy changes happening for our Geminis. Next positive life change happening for Gemini. When should Gemini expect the next positive life changes? Okay, I'm getting, it's happening now, Gemini, but I'm also seeing 12 months from now. Okay, so whatever this is, it's starting now. It's happening now. It's happening already. But 12 months from now, you're going to sort of look around at the changes that have happened now, or have started now, and it's going to be like, wow, so much has changed since that. Next, happy changes for Gemini. Next, positive life changes for Gemini. What are they? What are these next positive life changes for our Geminis, please? Some of you definitely on the cusp of Taurus here. Clarify that second card. Clarify that second card for Gemini. card I have is the feminine Gemini. So you're kind of really like, you're in a bit of a, I do feel as though this is something very close to your heart, something that you've been emotional about. And, you know, it's about nurturing yourself in a more feminine way, rather than trying to come from reality all the time. Try to come from your emotional self and really listen to your emotions, because they're trying to tell you something important here. And it's actually helping you, even though it's hard to have hard emotions, right? It's actually really actually trying to help you. You've got those emotions for a reason. So there's a need to kind of nurture those a little bit and understand them a little bit more. Get to the bottom of those, because we do see the clouds coming through here, and then that's clarified by the mice. So, you know, you really are kind of overthinking things here. With the clouds, it's like this is the reality, the logical spin you're trying to put on everything. Okay, you're overthinking everything, but you're doing it in a very logical way. And you're focusing on the stress, the anxiety, because you're so stuck in your head, rather than allowing yourself to nurture the actual emotions of this. So for a lot of you, this may have to do with, you know, overthinking something that you feel as though you've lost an opportunity, you've had something taken from you, you've lost somebody from your life, those sorts of things. Um, but it's kind of really just telling me that you kind of need to just, you've lost perspective is what I'm getting. You've lost perspective because you're so up in your head and you're overthinking this. It's actually really clouded your judgment on the situation. So you are really needing back to get down to, you know, the root of the issue within your own self, and that's within your emotions. Okay. We see the child coming through. So there is new beginnings occurring for you in the next 12 months. They are starting to happen for you. But you know, the child is like really needing to focus on optimism and hope and innocent thinking, rather than allowing your thoughts to swirl and drag you down these, you know, negative rabbit holes. You really need to think about things in a much more positive way, and really, you know, embrace your emotional self a little bit more here. And allow yourself to really look at life as though this is all just part of the adventure. This is all just part of the journey. You know, I've got a long way to grow yet. You know, with that child there, you may be sort of looking at, you know, the way that you're thinking about things so much up in your head, and creating that confusion within yourself. It's actually leading you to like a immature thinking, because you're not actually thinking things through from a balanced perspective. You're thinking things through from logic and reality alone. You're not taking the emotional component into account as much as you need to be here. Whereas children are very, very emotional. All right, they don't think about logical stuff. They think from their emotions. Like, I want that, so that's what I want. You know, they don't think about, hang on, it's not logical to want that. They just, I want that and I want it now. You know, so you're kind of actually needing to think a little bit more like that. You know, I want this and I want this way. You know, rather than, oh, but that's never going to happen. That's impossible. Like, reality tells me that I've lost my chance to have that. You kind of need to be a little bit more whimsical and just kind of like trust that in your emotions, that if you want something, you can get it, regardless of how impossible it might seem in reality here. Okay, Gemini, that's like a bit random, I know, but it does actually really bring around quick change for you. We have the scythe and then the crossroads. So that's you know, breaking free from that way of thinking actually leads to some really unexpected outcomes here and unexpected choices opening up in front of you. The crossroad really does talk about, you know, brand new paths opening up to you, like an unexpected change of path popping up in front of you that you really didn't expect. And you know, the little child inside you was going, yeah, I want that. And you've been trying to tell yourself, no, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. That path's not available to me. And then as soon as you switch into that childlike sense of thinking about things, all of a sudden, bang, here it is. It's possible. Here's that option presenting itself to you. So needing to like be a child at the moment, Gemini, with the way that you're thinking, like, and come from your emotional self a little bit more rather than logic. That's, oh, that's impossible. Like, I'll never have that. I'll never do that. Um, the negative thinking is wearing you down, and you need to be more like a child at the moment with the way that you're thinking about things, and see life as wonderful and adventurous, and anything is possible. I can be, I'm going to go to Mars when I grow up. Why not? Who says you can't? Just because it doesn't seem logical, hope doesn't mean that it's not going to happen for you. Okay. I hope that kind of helps you there, Gemini, but we are looking at long-term changes, and it's all starting to do with the way that you're thinking about things is what's happening now. That's what's happening now is really changing the way you're thinking about things, so that 12 months from now you can look back and you can go, awesome. I never thought, 12 months ago, I never thought this was possible, but here we are. I'm on Mars, like, as an example, guys. I'm not really talking about going to Mars here, although, you never know. So that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Next big happy for Cancer. Next positive life changes for Cancer. When should Cancer expect these next big positive life changes? Happy, happy. When should Cancer expect this? It's worth the time, Cancer. So don't think you're wasting time, because it's not. It's worth the time. It's worth the energy, because by the end of the month, you will see evidence of this change. Let's have a look. Cancer. What's the next big happy for Cancer? What is this next big positive life change for Cancer? I am getting a straightforward kind of message here. We had the clover decided to pop out. It really popped out. So this is you taking a big risk, a big chance on something. Okay? It's you need to be bold. I feel like I had something very similar. Was it for Aries, maybe? Fortune favors the bold. Luck is on your side. Luck is throwing itself at your feet here, Cancer. It is worth the time to walk this path. We have the crossroads there to make this choice. It might feel like a risky choice, but make it. Okay? It feels like you're taking a big leap of faith. It's the right path. It is the right path for you. We have the mice here as well. That's come out with the woman. And that's actually telling me something here, specifically, that this decision has to do with a feminine person that you thought this opportunity was lost to you. You're choosing to, like, you're choosing the feminine is what I'm sort of picking up here. I feel like the mice is the describer word, that this feminine, they may, like, I feel like this is an actual feminine. I don't normally genderize in the lenormand, but this does feel feminine, very, very feminine energy. It may be somebody who, doesn't necessarily, have a feminine gender, but they have a very, very feminine energy. They're very nurturing, maybe very emotional, which would make sense, right? Because this person stresses you out big time. Not gonna lie, it feels like they stress you out big time. They are a stress head, maybe both. So definitely for some of you, it could be like a mother figure, your mother. somebody, you know, who is a mother. But it kind of feels as though, you know, you feel as though this like for a lot of you, this is someone from the past. And it's not so much that they feel lost to you, or you feel as though this is a lost opportunity or someone that you've lost from your life. It's kind of more just that it stresses you out that you don't want to lose this person, that you know that you run the risk of losing this person if you don't choose this path towards them. Or with them. It's like that's why it's such a big risk, because you kind of know that you're at this turning point in the like this fork in the path where you either need to choose this person or choose a different path altogether. But if you don't choose this person, you feel like you run the risk of losing them, and it's stressing you out. Unknown factors. We have the book here as well. Unknown factors coming into this. But I do feel as though this is, you know, there's a lot to learn from this person. You haven't, like, I'm just kind of feeling like there's still more you need to learn about this person or from this person. That's why, I feel like that's why this person is on your path, because, you know, they are worth the time, and it's worth the time for you because you are able to learn a lot from this person. And it's like, it's choosing a new chapter with this person in some kind of way as well. Understanding that there's still a lot of this book that hasn't been written yet between you and this person. Just one more to clarify. Choosing this woman for Cancer, please. Solid. They're a solid choice. They're home. They definitely may be part of your family already. Like I said, it may be your mother figure. This person is home. This person is safe, secure, stable. Choosing this person is the safe, secure choice to help you grow a family, have a sense of home in this world. This normally I would not be so adamant that a certain choice is to be made, because, you know, the road itself it is free will, that you always have the free will, you know, to choose a different path here. But, you know, it's wants you to know this person is worth the time. It's worth the time. By the end of the month, you will see that. Or I feel by the end of the month, you need to choose this path or not. Okay, is what I'm kind of getting with that. That's what I've got. Pretty straightforward, Cancer, not going to lie. That's what I have for you. I'm just going to take a short break before I move on to Leo and Virgo. More than welcome to check out your other placements, okay, of course, Cancer. Please subscribe to the channel as well. Like I said, quick break, and I'll be back with Leo. Okay, Leo, next big happy for you. Next big positive life change for Leo. When should Leo expect their next big life change? Okay. One of the other signs had this as well. I can't remember. I feel like this is necessary as well. This was on the bottom of the deck. Timing is pushed back due to blockages. Okay, so these things may take a little bit longer than you may be hoping for, Leo. We do have 12 months from now. But when I've seen this card coming out, because it has come, this 12 months timing has come out for a few people. So maybe there might be another placement that's important here for you as well. But it's kind of this energy of like 12 months from now, you're going to look back at now and go, wow, that was a, you know, totally different time. There's been a lot of changes in that time that Pisces, I feel it was, that had that, was one of that standing out to me. But the timing has actually been pushed back for you due to some blockages. So, you know, it may be up to you to understand what those blockages are. You know, check out your weekly reading that I've uploaded. There may be, I think there was some stuff in there about blockages. Not going to lie. But 12 months from now, you're going to kind of look back and go, wow, stuff has changed. My life is different now than what it was 12 months ago. Leo, next big happy for Leo. Positive life changes for Leo. What are they? Positive life changes for Leo. What are we looking at for Leo? There's that blockage. But what does this lead to? What are the changes? What exactly are the changes coming through for Leo? Oh, okay. That's a bit straightforward. Once it got that out of its system and telling me a little bit more about these blockages, the new changes coming through are leading you in positive ways, obviously. We do see the mice and the feminine coming out first. So we do see a very emotional kind of energy there, needing to really nurture yourself, I feel, Leo. The blockages are pretty straightforwardly to do with something that's happened in your past, a loss that you've experienced, you know, feeling like something was taken from you, something that has been stressing you out. It's kind of, I'm getting like a loss of being able to nurture something for someone there, something that kind of has been eating away at your energy. It's been eating away at you emotionally for a while, it feels like, Leo. But this is that blockage, okay? It's a loss. It's something in the past that has left you sensitive emotionally, needing to nurture yourself and, you know, have a big conversation with yourself. We have the birds coming through next. So I'm kind of feeling that that's, you know, moving through the stages of grief, really, in a way here, having conversations with yourself about how to balance yourself and, you know, find yourself again. For some of you, there may be, you may find it very useful to have conversations about your feelings with strong women in your life, like especially if you're close to a mother figure, that may be very, very beneficial to you to talk through this loss with that person. Build up excitement for the future. Okay, build up excitement within yourself for the future as well, because, you know, and having these conversations with yourself about how do I get back to safe and secure? How can I rely on positive energy moving back forwards into that? What anchors me in this life? You know, once again, I do feel for some of you this is an important female role figure to you, that is helping anchor you, guiding you through that storm by keeping you steady and stable. But, you know, once you do get to stability within your own emotional self, bang, bang, here we have the Rider and the Ring coming in quick. Out of nowhere, someone appears. I do feel for a lot of you, this is a relationship, like an actual relationship. A lot of the time, the Ring can talk about, you know, a whole host of contracts and relationships, but I do feel for a lot of you, this is specifically one specific relationship coming in strong out of nowhere. It's like good news on the way. Once you find your inner stability, there's a strong relationship coming through. You know, it feels brand new, someone you don't know. Who is this relationship? What is this relationship for Leo, please? Clarify the ring. Your ship's coming in. Everything you want in a relationship coming in strong. Somebody might be coming from a distance. You might be meeting somebody at a distance. But this is heavy movement. Very, very quick. Very, very quickly finding this relationship out of nowhere. It's kind of like bang, all your ships come in, and when you meet this person, it's someone you haven't met yet, for sure. It's like 12 months from now, you're going to look back and go, what was I doing with my life before this? You know, now that I've met this person, my life looks completely different. So ultimately, that's going to be the next big positive change, but there is a bit of work to get through, some blockages to get through in order for that to occur for you, Leo. Okay. More than welcome, of course, to check out your other placements, you know, cross-watch other people's placements if you feel the need. You know, subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Virgos. Virgo, last but not least today, thought I'd switch it up and start at Libra today. So you're the last in the row. What is the next big happy for our Virgos? Looking at timing to start with. When should Virgo expect the next positive changes in their life? Next positive changes for our Virgos. When? When is this next happy thing? Seeing. That's why. First card I'm seeing here is it's in the past. Your indecision is causing delays, Virgo. Something needs to be put in the past by the next full moon. You need to put that in the past by the next full moon, which is coming up quick. All right. When is that? That's 18th. The 18th. So, you know, 10, 11 days from now, you need to get out of this indecision, make a choice to put it into the past. It needs to go into the past. And I feel like a lot of you know what it is. You already know what it is. If you want these next big positive life changes, you need to find a way to put that in the past by the next full moon. And then by next summer, those big next changes will come through, which I read the seasons as my own, and summer is December, January, February. Okay, so by the end of the year, basically, we will be looking at some big positive changes for you, but it is dependent on you getting out of this indecision and putting that into the past. Virgo, what is this next happy for Virgo? What is the next positive life change coming through for Virgo by next summer? What is the positive life change for our Virgos, please? Yeah, we've already spoken about that. What is the change, though? What is the change? Other than Virgo needing to do that, what is the change bringing for Virgo? The next positive change. Where does that lead Virgo if they make that change? Awesome. We have the masculine coming through first, followed by the clover. Okay, so the masculine energy, which I'm reading as you, Virgo. You seem to be trying to trying to think about things very logically, rationally, with that masculine energy. This is the reason for your indecision, because you've been trying to ignore your emotions a little bit here. But you need to, it's not nice. Okay. You need to pull up your big boy pants and make the decision to take a risk, to put that in the past. Sorry if that's a bit confronting the way I've just said that. Of course, not everyone is going to identify as a masculine, but it's talking about the masculine side of you, is needing to take some risks to deal with the emotional side of yourself. You need to get out of that masculine a little bit and, do what needs to be done by your emotional self, and put the emotion, like I keep getting put the emotions in the past with that coffin here. And you're trying to be so logical, but you're not actually taking a chance to access your emotional self. And so you can't put those emotions in the past and end those emotions if you're not admitting them or allowing them to rise within you. You're not addressing them, okay? Because the coffin is a transformation. That's an ending. Putting this in the past brings around a brand new beginning. It's transforming the energy. As soon as you start to put, as soon as you take a chance on accessing your emotional self, you can put those emotions to rest and move forward. Okay? What we're moving forward into is a stronger foundation within yourself. We have the Tower that can usually talk about a lot of things, but it's just telling me stronger foundation within you yourself, because we're looking at the solitude of you yourself here, Virgo, that just within you, like the fortress of Virgo, the fortress you've created yourself as. It's creating a stronger foundation of how you can guard those emotions in a way where you can still access them and heal from certain ones. You're doing it, you're creating the foundation in a much stronger way for yourself, rather than blocking yourself from those. It leads you to new opportunities. The key to success is here. Successfully giving to new things, successfully receiving. We do see a reward for all your hard work is an opportunity that will come in for you. For some of you, this is a career opportunity, okay? A strong opportunity. For some of you, this is an opportunity specifically related to like authority somehow. An opportunity to have more authority within your own self a little bit. But that we do see the reward for all your hard work here. At the end of the day, there is rewards for you. There is gifts. The universe wants to give you these gifts, these new opportunities, these new, doors to open up for you that you can then walk through, and you get success. You get reciprocal time, love, energy. It's a transformation. One way or another, there's a transformation here. And it does have to do with the foundation you create within yourself, the way that you have blocked off yourself to certain emotions, and being able to actually deal with those and move forward. But then, ultimately a lot of success, like, taking a chance, high risk, high reward, taking a chance is going to pay off. It is going to pay off. So I am picking up that this is in different aspects for different of you. So for some of you, this is specifically career, ending your indecision and allowing things to fall in the past with your career stuff is leading you to brand new opportunities within your career. For others of you, this is love. For others of you, this is health. I'm picking up there for someone, that's a health thing. But there's emotions attached that you're not dealing with. You need to deal with those by the next full moon. I don't know why it's telling me to be so authoritative with you, Virgo, but it is telling me that you need a bit of tough love right now, and you need to pull on your big boy pants and get it done for your own sake. Sorry if that's a bit harsh, Virgo. That's what I'm getting for you. And, you know, regardless, we all wear pants these days, right? Doesn't matter what gender you align with. Yeah, I won't go into that. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, Virgo. You know, subscribe to the channel as well, guys. And I will see you all again soon. I hope that has helped in some kind of a way.